Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this week's video is going to be about one of my favorite things in the world, eyeshadow palettes. So I just recently turned 23 and I'm looking to change a few habits I have. It's bad or good depending on your side of the argument. It's buying eyeshadow palettes. So I'm not going to stop buying. But I'm going to buy less and take more time making a decision. So the first palette that I'm going to be advising you on is the Carnival XL Pro palette by Bperfect Cosmetics x Stacey Marie. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know I love this palette. So what am I talking about? But what I'm going to be doing is comparing the newer Carnival palette to the older one and telling you whether you should buy both or just buy one. So just continue watching to find out what I think. Picked Carnival palette, and this will be the Carnival XL Pro palette, okay? So we're starting with the Carnival palette, and I'm going to go into Funky, swirling around, use that in the crease, into Shuffle at the top here, around, and I want it to be present, but I don't want it to take over. Okay, you can see it. Yeah, this is another shade that is also in the XL Pro palette. So I'm just going to repeat those steps using the XL palette. Okay, so this is when the colour's going to be different. So from the old palette, I'm going into Guilty, just to deepen up the crease area. I'm going to blend it out with no extra product, just to brush we use for Funky. Blend it out a bit. Okay, so because I don't have Guilty, I was thinking to go in with Influence. I just swatched them and they are quite similar, so I'll try that. So in the newer palette, I'm going to go into Reckless at the top. Okay, I'm going to tap it down first. Ooh, pretty color. Yes. Oh, that's very strong. Wow. I'm slightly shook. In the older palette, I'm going to go into Liquor. Something in this liquor. Oh yeah. Air's getting bigger. Do you see, it's sort of like a deeper version of Liquor. Oh, I'm in love. Okay, I'm gonna go back into Guilty on this eye and try and begin the blending process. So back into Funky. One thing I'll say is both palettes, they layer up really well. So it makes the blending process a lot easier. So I'm just going to move on to the other eye now. It was Influence. Influence is what I used. Right. I think so. Yeah, so I'm going to go into Influence. I'm hoping that's the colour I use. And as I did on the other eye, just layering on top of it. Oh no, Reckless. I'm in love. Come through reckless. Even influence. Ooh, ooh, ooh. sorry. Okay, and then we're gonna go into funky. Okay, and then back into shuffle. Now I'm going to cut the crease. So from the new palette, I want to use Temptation. Tempting me, you know, it's calling me. But the older palette does not have a shade that looks like this. They only have Pink Me, which is also in the new palette. So that's my dilemma. I don't know which one to use, but I really want to use Temptation. So I might cheat just a little. I use Temptation on both eyes. Yeah, well, nobody's telling me off, so I'm going to do it. So. Oh, excited. Okay. Oh, yep. Look at that. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Because initially I thought, oh, I don't need this new palette. I have the old one. It has repeats. I don't need this palette. And then they just kept showing you more and more. And you're like, oh, I don't have that color. I don't have that color. You're just like, okay, I need it now. I'm just going to blend out the harshness. Okay. So I'm going to start with this eye. I'm going to go in with Influence. And just soften out the edges of where we put our spotlight. I'm going to go into Guilty and do it on this side. Oh, I think Guilty is just a little bit too dark to do what I want it to do. Okay, I'm going to put a bit more Temptation on this side because I think I've messed up the shape a little bit. And then just go over where the cut crease was. There you go. I'm gonna go into Wifey, and hopefully that will be light enough for what I'm going for, because Guilty is just a bit too dark. The final thing I'm thinking of doing, I know, very extra, but I want to go into Pink Me and just put it right in the middle. Now I wet it and put it right in the middle. Yeah, spray it. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, yes! Yes, yes, yes! Oh, look at it! Woo! I'm just going to do the rest of my face and come back and do lower lash line. Then I'll give you guys my thoughts. Okay, I'm back. I just remembered before I do my highlight that these palettes both have highlighters in them. This is a pink sort of look. I'm going to use Saint bottom there in the older palette as highlight. And considering all the colours look so light in the new palette, all the highlight colours, they don't look ashy on me at all. Oh, look at that. Yeah. This is a very good makeup day. Set my face. Sneeze. Okay, that's the rest of my face done. Just gonna do the lower lash line now. Gonna go into the Morphe eyeliner in Coconut. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put Reckless underneath and Guilty underneath this eye. Stamp it in. I feel like I could do more. Then what was the lighter colour I used? Then underneath that, I will go in to Influence. Final shade I will do, I'll go into Shuffle. Just to connect the whole eye back together. And then I know you guys see the gap that I've created, because I'm going to put Funky in between that. Now, am I going to remember what I did on the other eye? We'll see. So into Funky, and then just stamp it between the yellow. Whoa. I'm going to go back into the yellow again, that's Shuffle. Whoa, lovely. Okay, I'm just going to do it on the, oh, different palette, hold on. What did I, wait, what did I do? I went into Reckless first. So I'll go into Liquor and stamp that in. Yes. Okay, and then I'm going to go into Guilty or Wifey. I'll go into Wifey and stamp underneath that. I'm sure there's a quicker way of doing this, but I'm just recreating what I did on the other eye. Then I'm going to go into Shuffle. Okay, and then I'm going to go into Funky finally. Then back into Shuffle. The final thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this iridescent glitter from Collection and pop that as my inner corner colour. Okay, so this is the final look. Oh, so what do I think? Should you buy one or should you get both? Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard because there's certain colours in the older one that I can't do without. The highlighters are amazing. Like this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade. I could go on forever. I am very biased because, especially as this made me feel secure in buying the second one, because I know how amazing the pigments are because of this first palette. So, oh. But the second one, you have to get because of the variety and it's less intimidating. I like the format a bit better. So this is definitely a newbie's palette. It is a bit more expensive. It's £42, but you get more colours, you get free highlights, an amazing mirror. Like you can see into my soul in this mirror. So I would say for newbies, get this one. And if you do have the original, it's not necessary or a necessity to get the new one, but there's shades in here that you just have to have. Like if you don't have them in other palettes, okay, but look at Temptation, oh my god, and Ecstasy, Peppermint. This was my favorite colour when I saw it. It's called Back Chat. Look at that. Come on, come on. So I would say because I honestly don't feel that I use this one any less because I have this one. This is new, so I've literally been using it all the time. But when I just had this, I was using this all the time. So it's so hard. Can create a good look with both palettes. and the quality is amazing. So either one you choose, it's not a loss. It is a big investment, I understand, but you'll get your entire life. So I would say this is an oldie but a goodie, but if you're looking for a palette that has all the colours, all of them, even colours you haven't even thought of, this is the palette for you. Maybe they should come out with some single pans for the colours you don't have left because you have the new palette, but we'll see what they do. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.